Families are supposed to protect you, love you, believe you. But what happens when the people you trust the most turn their backs? Without a second thought? My name is Sophie, and what I'm about to share will change how you see love, loyalty, and the silent pain of being invisible. It started with a lie. A small, poisonous lie whispered on Christmas, the one day meant for warmth and togetherness. And it came from the person I trusted the most, my own sister. She didn't just steal my kindness. She didn't just take credit for what I did. She turned my entire family against me. Suddenly, I was the liar, the thief, the villain in a story I didn't even write. And no one, not even my own mother, unbelieved me. But I had something Olivia didn't know about: the truth. And while she basked in praise, I gathered silent proof, piece by piece. What happened next tore through every fake smile, every sweet word, every illusion. This isn't just a story about betrayal. It's about how far someone will go to erase your truth and how it feels to finally make them all look you in the eyes. It was Christmas Day. The house was glowing with lights, laughter, and cinnamon-scented air. But all I could feel was the sting of betrayal. My name is Sophie. For the past 6 months, I had quietly been sending money to help my parents with their bills. Not once did I ask for praise, just wanted to do the right thing. But when my mother looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Don't you dare try to steal your sister's credit," my heart shattered. My younger sister, Olivia, walked in like a Christmas angel, innocent smile, candy bag in hand. "Maybe Sophie misunderstood," she said sweetly, playing dumb. I was speechless. She had known all along. And now she was stealing the credit. My cousin Na, the only one who seemed to notice the tension, asked, "Has anyone seen proof Olivia sent the money?" Olivia whipped out fake-looking screenshots. I tried to open my banking app. Nothing. It crashed, over and over. "How convenient," Olivia smirked. That night, I left in tears. But the next morning, I remembered something. Email confirmations. I dug through my inbox. There they were, every month. My name, my account, the truth. At dinner, as Olivia played the victim in front of the whole family, I stood. "Here's the real proof," I said, showing the emails. Every penny came from me. My parents went pale. Olivia's lies fell apart. I didn't feel victorious, just broken. But finally, they saw me. They were struggling, and I saw it. Bills piling up, worry in my parents' eyes. So I stepped in, quietly, without a word. Month after month, I sent money, skipped dinners, paused my own plans. I never asked for thanks. I just wanted to help. But then, Olivia spoke up. "I've been sending money since July," she told them one night, her voice full of pride. My heart dropped. That was me. Yet my parents believed her, without a question. My mother even smiled and said, "We're lucky to have a daughter like Olivia." I was right there, and they didn't even look at me. When I tried to explain, my mom cut me off. "Don't create drama, Sophie, not on Christmas." I could barely breathe. Olivia knew the truth. We had talked about it months ago. She promised to keep it quiet because I didn't want attention, but now she stood there soaking in the praise. My pain, her applause. "Nah," my cousin questioned her. "Do you have any proof, Olivia?" Of course she didn't, but she showed them. Doctored screenshots. My phone crashed. It felt like the universe was on her side until the next morning, when I remembered my email confirmations, every payment, every month, right there in black and white. I returned home. This time, not for love, but for justice. I helped them. She took the credit. But today I'm taking my truth back. I always knew I wasn't the favorite. Olivia was the golden child, flawless, adored, trusted. I was background noise. Still, when our parents hit hard times, I stepped up. Quietly. No fanfare. I sent money every month, cutting corners in my own life so they wouldn't feel burdened. Then Christmas came, and everything shattered. My mom's voice rang out across the living room. "How dare you try to steal your sister's credit?" I blinked, stunned. What was she talking about? Olivia smiled, sugar sweet. "I've been helping them, Sophie. Maybe you just forgot." Forgot? She was lying. Boldly. When I pushed back, my dad stood up, anger burning in his eyes. "Enough! If you can't prove it, you owe your sister an apology." And just like that, my whole family turned against me. I tried to show my banking app. It crashed, repeatedly. Olivia smirked. "How convenient," she said, mocking me. I walked out, into the cold, heartbroken. But later that night, it hit me. Emails. I had saved confirmations from every transfer. Proof. I clutched my phone like armor and returned home the next day. Calm, but determined. At dinner, Olivia played the victim, crying fake tears while the room judged me in silence. Then I stood up and said, "Here's the truth." I showed them everything. Their faces fell. Her lies crumbled. I didn't get a hug. Or applause. Just one heavy silence, and the quiet weight of finally being believed. All I ever wanted was to be enough for my family. So when I saw my parents quietly struggling, I didn't say a word. I just acted. I sent them money every month, budgeting every dollar, skipping things I wanted. I didn't ask for praise. But my sister Olivia, she saw my silence as an opportunity. Christmas Eve, surrounded by twinkling lights and judgmental eyes, I heard my mother say, "Don't you dare try to take credit for what Olivia's done." I froze. My mouth went dry. What credit? Olivia, standing across the room, looked at me with mock sympathy. "Maybe Sophie's confused. I've been handling this." I couldn't believe it. She had taken everything I'd done in quiet love and made herself the hero. And the worst part? Everyone believed her. When I tried to show my banking app, it wouldn't open. Frozen. Dead. Olivia smiled. "Convenient, huh?" I looked like a jealous liar, a fraud, a thief. I walked out that night, tears burning down my cheeks, humiliated, alone. But later, as I stared blankly at my phone, I remembered the emails. The automatic receipts, all still there, every transaction, every sacrifice. The next day, I came back, and when Olivia tried to paint herself as the victim again, I stood up. "No more lies," I said. I showed them everything, and for the first time, they didn't look at me like a problem. They looked at me like a daughter. All I ever wanted was to be enough for my family. So when I saw my parents quietly struggling, I didn't say a word. I just acted. I sent them money every month, budgeting every dollar, skipping things I wanted. I didn't ask for praise. But my sister Olivia, she saw my silence as an opportunity. Christmas Eve, surrounded by twinkling lights and judgmental eyes, I heard my mother say, "Don't you dare try to take credit for what Olivia's done." I froze. My mouth went dry. What credit? Olivia, standing across the room, looked at me with mock sympathy. "Maybe Sophie's confused. I've been handling this." I couldn't believe it. She had taken everything I'd done in quiet love and made herself the hero. And the worst part? Everyone believed her. When I tried to show my banking app, it wouldn't open. Frozen. Dead. Olivia smiled. "Convenient, huh?" I looked like a jealous liar, a fraud, a thief. I walked out that night, tears burning down my cheeks, humiliated, alone. But later, as I stared blankly at my phone, I remembered the emails, the automatic receipts, all still there, every transaction, every sacrifice. The next day, I came back. And when Olivia tried to paint herself as the victim again, I stood up. "No more lies," I said. I showed them everything, and for the first time, they didn't look at me like a problem. They looked at me like a daughter. Ever since we were kids, Olivia was the one they bragged about. Perfect grades, perfect smile, perfect daughter. And me? I was the one they forgot to mention. Still, I tried. I really tried. When our parents began struggling financially, I didn't wait for anyone to ask. I quietly sent money every month. I cut back on everything: groceries, nights out, new clothes, just to support them. But on Christmas Eve, Mom looked at me with disbelief and snapped, "How dare you try to take your sister's credit?" Olivia stood there, all innocence and sweetness. "Maybe Sophie's confused," she said, acting like I'd lost my mind. That was the moment I realized. They would always choose her, even now. Even when I was the one helping. Nah, my cousin was the only one who questioned it. "Has anyone seen real proof Olivia's sending the money?" Olivia flashed fake receipts. My banking app crashed. Convenient, right? They didn't need facts. They had their favorite. I left that night shattered. Years of being invisible had boiled into one cruel moment. But the next morning, I found my email confirmations. Every payment, time-stamped, documented, real. So I went back. At dinner, Olivia cried crocodile tears, claimed she sacrificed so much. I stood and quietly said, "I did those things, and here's the proof." They looked. They compared. The lie cracked, and in that moment, I saw it in their faces. They chose the wrong daughter. I never imagined the truth would hurt this much, even when it finally came out. For months, I had been sending money to my parents, sacrificing quietly, expecting nothing in return. But on Christmas Eve, it all exploded. My mom's words pierced through me like ice. "Stop trying to take Olivia's credit." Olivia, my younger sister, stood beside her, pretending to be confused. "I didn't want to make a big deal out of it," she said sweetly, "but I've been helping them." My heart raced. She was lying, and they believed her. I tried to show my banking app, but it kept crashing. Olivia smirked. "Guess that's convenient." They all looked at me like I was desperate for attention. "Apologize," my father said. "Or leave." So I left. I cried all night. But in that silence, I remembered the emails. Every bank transfer came with a confirmation. My name, my account, my proof. On Christmas Day, I returned. The house was filled with smiles, fake forgiveness, and Olivia's performance. She cried at dinner, playing the victim, and then I stood up. These emails show every payment I made since July. Every deposit, every sacrifice, from me. My dad checked the ATM later. Every account number matched mine. We returned home in silence. When we walked in, Olivia was already packing, face red with shame. My dad faced the family and said, "It was Sophie, all along." And just like that, every head dropped.